Chosen one, there are times in life when you may wonder how things will work out, where the resources will come from, or how you will take the next step. But this is your confirmation. God is funding your journey now. Everything you need to move forward, the ideas, the opportunities, the connections, and the resources, is already being prepared for you. You don't need to worry about how it will happen, because the path is being cleared and supported by divine power. Watch this video until the end, because what I am about to share will bring you peace and assurance. If you feel this message resonating with you, write your warmest wishes and the number 144 below. This is not just a comment, it's an act of faith, a way of sending your energy into the universe and aligning with the blessings that are already on their way to you. Now, Chosen One, show your light by liking this video and subscribe to the channel, and let's step into this together. Chosen One, the truth is that your journey has never been yours alone to carry. From the very beginning, there has been a divine force guiding you, protecting you, and ensuring that you have everything you need at the exact moment you need it. Even in the moments when it felt like you didn't have enough, you were still carried. Every challenge you've faced was not there to destroy you, but to show you just how supported you are. There is a reason why the resources you've been waiting for are about to appear now. You have reached a point in your journey where your faith has been tested and strengthened. You've learned to trust even when you didn't see the full picture. And because of that, you are now ready to receive. This is the season where unexpected blessings will come from directions you didn't anticipate. It could be a financial breakthrough, a career opportunity, or even a person who comes into your life at the right time to open the right door. Chosen One, when God funds your journey, there is no such thing as lack. What you need will always find you, and often it arrives when you least expect it. You may not have all the details of how things will unfold, but that's the beauty of divine provision. It works in ways you can't calculate or predict. Your only job is to keep moving, keep believing, and keep preparing for what you've been asking for. You must also understand that when you're divinely supported, nothing and no one can block your blessings. Even if people try to delay you, even if obstacles arise, the resources meant for you cannot be stopped. What is for you will always find its way to you. Your journey is unique, and the funding you need is already aligned with your name. This is why you don't have to stress or worry. You've been chosen for a bigger purpose, and that purpose will always attract the resources you need to fulfill it. Whether it's money, opportunities, ideas, or connections, everything is aligning. Your life is shifting into a season where you won't have to wonder how things will work out. They will simply work out because they are meant to. Chosen One, one of the most powerful truths you need to understand is that divine provision is never late. It arrives exactly when you are prepared to handle it, not a moment sooner and never a moment too late. You may have felt frustrated with delays or seasons of waiting, but those moments were not wasted. They were times of preparation, times where your strength, resilience, and faith were being built so that when your blessing arrived, you would not only receive it, but also know how to sustain it. You see, blessings that come too early can be lost. Opportunities that find you when you're not ready can slip through your fingers. But God's timing is perfect. This is the moment when all your past efforts, prayers, and lessons are coming together. Everything you've gone through, the setbacks, the disappointments, the challenges, they were all preparing you for the next step. And now, that next step is fully funded by divine support. This is why worrying has no place in your journey. You've been chosen to walk a path that requires trust. Trust in yourself, in your purpose, and in the divine plan that's guiding you. When you stress over how things will happen, you shift your focus from faith to fear. But fear cannot create miracles. Faith can. Faith is what calls blessings into your life. Faith is what opens doors that logic says are impossible. Faith is what allows God's provision to flow freely without resistance. Chosen one, divine funding doesn't always show up as a lump sum of money or a sudden windfall. Sometimes it shows up as an idea, a connection, or an unexpected opportunity. You may receive the guidance to start something new, or someone may appear in your life who has the resources or knowledge you need to take the next step. Pay attention to these signs. Divine provision rarely looks the way we expect, but it always arrives exactly how we need it. This part of your journey is about believing even when you can't see. You have to act as though the resources are already on the way. Because they are. Move with confidence, take action on your ideas, and prepare as if everything is falling into place. When you show the universe that you're ready, the universe responds by giving you exactly what you need. Another thing to remember is that divine funding flows to those who have clarity. You need to know what you're building. What is your vision? What are you working toward? When you are clear about your purpose and the direction of your life, the resources you need will find you faster because they have a clear destination. If you've been feeling uncertain, take time now to reflect, plan, and align yourself with what you truly want. Chosen one, this is also a time of unexpected favor. You will notice that doors begin to open for you not because of who you know, but because of the energy and purpose you carry. People will want to support you, opportunities will seem to find you, and everything will start aligning as if it were all planned. Because it is. This is what happens when God funds your journey. You don't need to know how every detail will come together. Your job is to stay aligned with your purpose, remain open to receiving, and trust that what's meant for you will always be provided. This is your season of divine provision. Chosen one, when you are in alignment with your divine calling, you don't have to chase opportunities, they begin to chase you. This is the power of walking in faith and living with purpose. The energy you carry becomes magnetic. People, situations, and resources that are aligned with your destiny will naturally be drawn to you. What once felt like a struggle or an uphill battle will now feel like doors opening with ease. This is what happens when God funds your journey. Everything flows. Opportunities will show up in ways you can't predict. A conversation with a stranger could lead to a breakthrough. An idea you've been sitting on could suddenly take off because you finally have the right support or resources. It's not by accident. This is the divine alignment that happens when your spirit and actions are in sync with your higher purpose. The universe responds to clarity, faith, and preparation. Chosen one, your energy is your currency. When you radiate trust, belief, and purpose, people notice. They see your confidence and feel inspired to help you, support you, or work with you. This is why it's so important to move as though you already have everything you need. When you act like the resources are already there, you're telling the universe that you're ready, and the universe responds by delivering. This alignment also gives you inner confidence and peace. You no longer have to stress about the how. Instead of asking, "Will I make it?" you begin to affirm, "It's already done. It's already happening." This mindset shift is powerful because your thoughts and words shape your reality. Faith creates an energy field that attracts solutions and opportunities. Even when others can't see how things will work out, Your belief keeps the flow of blessings alive. Another reason why chosen ones attract unstoppable opportunities is because they've been through the fire and have learned resilience. You've been knocked down before, but you always found a way to rise again. That strength and determination make you a vessel for miracles. When God sees that you don't give up, He sends the help you need exactly when you need it. You've proven that you can be trusted with both challenges and blessings. This is also why you will notice divine connections showing up in your life. The right people will start appearing. People who can help you achieve your goals, people who see your value, and people who want to invest in your vision. These connections are not coincidences. They are part of the divine funding of your journey. They are the answers to the prayers you've been sending out. Chosen one, you must also understand that when you are divinely funded, no one can block your path. Even if some people doubt you or try to stand in your way, they cannot stop what is meant for you. Favor will move mountains for you. Opportunities will bypass others just to find you. Resources will show up out of nowhere because you are chosen, and your success is part of a bigger plan. The key is to remain focused on your purpose. Don't get distracted by negativity or by what other people are doing. Your journey is unique. Your timing is different. What God is funding in your life is unlike anything anyone else can understand. And that's why it's so important for you to trust your own path. Chosen one, when God funds your journey, it often happens in ways that defy logic and human understanding. You may not receive a sudden windfall of money or an obvious sign, but instead, blessings will appear through situations, people, and opportunities that you least expect. This is because divine provision is not limited to the natural realm. It operates on a higher frequency, where everything is perfectly timed and arranged for your benefit. Sometimes, the support you need doesn't come in the form of cash or resources. It comes in the form of clarity, ideas, or inspiration. A single inspired idea can create opportunities that lead to wealth, success, and breakthroughs. Other times, it might be a conversation with someone who shares wisdom that changes your entire perspective. These are forms of funding too, because they push you forward in ways you couldn't do alone. Chosen one, you need to learn to recognize the subtle ways God is funding your path. Perhaps you've been praying for a way forward, and out of nowhere, someone offers their help, introduces you to the right people, or gives you knowledge that accelerates your progress. Maybe an obstacle you've been facing suddenly gets removed, or a long-standing problem gets solved without you even trying. These moments are not random. They are signs that the universe is moving on your behalf. You must also remember that divine funding is often accompanied by unexpected favor. You may find yourself receiving discounts, opportunities, or open doors that others can't access. Someone might choose to invest in you or your vision simply because they feel led to do so. Favor is one of the greatest forms of divine support, because it opens doors that your effort alone could not. This is why chosen ones must keep their hearts open and receptive. If you're too focused on expecting blessings to show up in one specific way, you might miss the ways they're actually arriving. God's ways are creative. What you need could come through someone you least expect, or through a path you hadn't even considered. Trust that however it shows up, it will always be exactly what you need at the right time. Another important truth is that when you are divinely funded, you never run out. There's always enough for your journey. Even in moments when it looks like resources are scarce, something always happens to carry you through. This is not by chance. It's because you're chosen and your path is protected. The universe will never allow you to fail when your purpose is aligned with the greater good. Chosen one, This is also why you must remain grateful for every form of support you receive, no matter how small it may seem. Gratitude magnifies blessings. When you appreciate the little things, the universe sends you bigger things. Gratitude tells the divine that you recognize and value every provision, and this opens the flow for even more to arrive. Lastly, remember that divine funding is not only about what you receive, it's also about how you use what you receive. If you are faithful with the resources, opportunities, and wisdom you're given, more will come. But if you waste them or take them for granted, you block the flow. This is why chosen ones are trusted with abundance, because they know how to handle it with purpose. Chosen one, when God funds your journey, it's not just about receiving blessings, it's about being prepared to carry them. Abundance, favor, and opportunities come with responsibilities. If you are not mentally, emotionally, and spiritually prepared, you may find yourself overwhelmed by the very blessings you prayed for. This is why preparation is key, because divine funding is not temporary. It's meant to build a life of purpose and impact. One of the first ways you prepare is by strengthening your mindset. You have to train your mind to think differently, to think in terms of abundance, growth, and possibility. A scarcity mindset cannot handle divine blessings. If you're constantly worrying about losing what you've received or doubting whether you deserve it, you block the flow of more. Confidence and faith go hand in hand with provision. You must believe that you are not only worthy of these blessings, but fully capable of using them for good. Chosen one, spiritual preparation is just as important. Blessings require wisdom, and wisdom comes from a strong connection to your higher self and the divine plan guiding you. When you take time to reflect, meditate, and listen to your inner voice, you are given direction on how to use what you've been given. Divine funding is never random. It is always tied to a bigger mission. When you stay spiritually grounded, you know how to move with clarity and avoid distractions. Another crucial step is emotional maturity. Sometimes, chosen ones are given blessings that others cannot understand. This can lead to jealousy, misunderstandings, or even negativity from people around you. If you're not emotionally strong, these reactions can distract you or make you doubt your path. But when you are grounded, you realize that not everyone will see your vision. And that's okay. Your journey is between you and the divine, not you and the crowd. Chosen one, preparing for divine funding, also means learning to manage what you receive. When blessings begin to flow, you must know how to handle them wisely, whether it's time, opportunities, or financial resources. Mismanagement can cause delays or even block the next wave of provision. But when you're intentional, when you use what you have with care and purpose, the universe responds by sending even more. The more you honor what you have, the more you're trusted with. This is also a season to stay focused and disciplined. Divine provision is meant to accelerate your journey, but if you waste it on distractions or lose sight of your purpose, you risk slowing down your progress. Stay clear about your vision. Write it down. Create plans. Take consistent steps forward. Blessings grow when they are paired with action. Finally, preparing for divine funding means being ready to expand your impact. These blessings are not just for you. They're meant to uplift others, to create opportunities, and to leave a legacy. When you give freely, share your wisdom, and use your resources to help those in need, you multiply your blessings. The universe always rewards a giving heart. Chosen one, when God funds your journey, it is never just about survival, it is about elevation. You are not being provided for simply to get by. You are being positioned for influence, leadership, and long-lasting abundance. The resources you are receiving are tools to build, to create, and to inspire. They are the foundation for a life that impacts not only you, but everyone connected to you. Divine provision places you in a position where you can lead by example. People will look at your life and wonder how you're achieving so much, even when the odds seem stacked against you. They'll see the peace you carry, the focus you maintain, and the blessings that keep flowing, and they'll want to know your secret. But you will know it's not luck, it's not coincidence, it's divine alignment and faith. You've trusted the process, and now the process is elevating you. Chosen one, leadership doesn't always mean standing on a stage or commanding a crowd. True leadership starts with how you live your life, how you carry yourself, how you make decisions, and how you handle both success and challenges. When you are divinely funded, you naturally become a source of inspiration to those around you. Your story, your growth, and your resilience become a blueprint for others to follow. This divine funding also brings long-term abundance. Unlike fleeting success or temporary gains, the blessings coming to you are meant to grow over time. They will create stability, opportunities, and freedom, not just for you, but for those who will benefit from your vision and efforts. This is why you are being trusted with these resources. You are not just meant to live well, you are meant to build something that lasts. One of the signs that you are moving into this phase of elevation is that you will notice your influence expanding. People will start reaching out to you for guidance, advice, or inspiration. You'll find that your voice carries weight, even in rooms you've never stepped into before. This is because when God funds your journey, He also amplifies your light. You don't have to force influence. It simply radiates from you because you are walking in your purpose. Another powerful effect of divine funding is freedom. Financial, emotional, and spiritual freedom. You no longer have to live in fear of not having enough. Instead, you begin to operate from a place of trust and confidence, knowing that everything you need will always be provided. This freedom allows you to dream bigger, take risks, and create without the weight of constant worry. This is where true creativity and growth thrive. Chosen one, remember that with elevation comes responsibility. You are not just receiving blessings for yourself, you are receiving them to make an impact. Whether it's supporting your loved ones, helping your community, or simply showing others what's possible, your life will serve as a reminder that faith, persistence, and purpose always lead to abundance. Chosen one, when God funds your journey, no opposition can stop you. There will always be people who doubt you, question your ability, or even hope for your failure. But they do not have the final say. Divine funding means divine backing. When you are supported by a power greater than yourself, every voice of doubt is silenced, and every obstacle is turned into an opportunity. What others think or say becomes irrelevant because your path is sealed by purpose. Opposition is not a sign that you're failing. It's often a sign that you're on the right path. The moment you step into divine alignment, resistance may appear, but it is never strong enough to block what is meant for you. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone. Every rejection becomes redirection. Every closed door becomes a pathway to something better. When God funds your journey, every setback is simply preparation for an even greater breakthrough. Chosen one, divine funding also gives you unshakable confidence. Not because you think you can do everything on your own, but because you know you are not alone. You have seen time and time again that the resources you need arrive exactly when you need them. This truth gives you the courage to take risks, step into new opportunities, and face challenges without fear. You no longer ask, "What if I fail?" Instead, you affirm, "What if I succeed beyond my wildest dreams?" The people who once doubted you will soon have no choice but to watch as you rise. Not because you have to prove anything to them, but because divine provision speaks louder than any words. The blessings on your life will be your testimony. Your growth, your resilience, and your success will show everyone that you were never walking this path alone. One of the greatest things divine funding gives you is the ability to move forward without fear of lack. You know that every time you take a step of faith, the next step will be provided. You are no longer living in survival mode. You are living in a state of trust and abundance. And when you live this way, you inspire others to believe that they can do the same. Chosen one, this is also the time to silence the inner doubts that sometimes creep in. Your mind might try to tell you that you're not ready or that you don't have what it takes. But remember, if God has chosen to fund your journey, it means you are already equipped with everything you need. You have been prepared through every challenge, and you are more than capable of handling the blessings that are coming. This season is about stepping boldly into your destiny. No more hesitation, no more waiting for the perfect moment. The resources, ideas, and opportunities you need are already aligned with your name. All that's left is for you to claim them with faith and action. When you move, the universe moves with you. Chosen one, when God funds your journey, it's never just about you. Your blessings are designed to create a ripple effect, touching lives, opening doors for others, and inspiring people in ways you might not even realize. You are not simply being elevated for your own success. You are being positioned as a beacon, a living example of what faith, perseverance, and divine alignment can accomplish. Every blessing you receive carries energy. When you rise, others rise with you. The abundance and opportunities flowing into your life will not only change your story, but also the stories of those who cross your path. Perhaps it will be a family member who gains hope after seeing your transformation, a friend who finds courage because of your determination, or even a stranger who is inspired just by hearing your story. Your journey is bigger than you think. This is why divine funding is so powerful. It doesn't just sustain you, it multiplies through you. When you receive resources, ideas, or opportunities, they don't stop at you. They flow outward. Maybe you use those blessings to start a business, to create something that helps others, or simply to lift someone else who's struggling. Whatever the form, your blessings always carry the potential to bless others. Chosen one of the reasons you were chosen for this journey is because you can be trusted with abundance. Not everyone can handle blessings without becoming consumed by ego or fear. But you've walked through struggles, you've known what it feels like to lack, and because of that, you value every single blessing that comes your way. You don't just take, you give, you create, you uplift. This is why the universe continues to support you. Divine funding also changes how you see success. It's no longer just about wealth or status, it's about legacy. You start asking yourself, what am I building that will last beyond me? Every blessing you receive is an opportunity to plant seeds that will grow into something bigger than your own life. It's about creating a path for others to follow, showing them that faith and determination can create miracles. The ripple effect of your journey will also inspire those who once doubted you. People who may have overlooked you or underestimated you will begin to see the light shining from your life. Not because you set out to prove them wrong, but because blessings speak for themselves. When God funds your journey, no one can deny the evidence of divine favor. Chosen one, this is your moment to embrace the role of a giver and a guide. As your blessings multiply, you will feel the pull to share, not just your resources, but your wisdom and energy. This is how you amplify the divine flow. The more you give with a pure heart, the more the universe gives back to you, creating an unbreakable cycle of abundance. Chosen one, as your journey continues to unfold, the blessings you receive will not only multiply, but also gain deeper meaning. You will start to notice that every resource, every open door, and every moment of favor is connected like pieces of a larger puzzle, all designed to create a life that inspires and uplifts. This is the true power of divine funding. It is not random, it is purposeful. It comes with intention, guiding you toward a future that impacts far beyond your personal story. When you begin to operate in this flow, your life becomes a channel for abundance. The blessings that find you are meant to pass through you, touching lives that need your light. You'll find yourself naturally drawn to create, build, and share. Not because you have to, but because it feels like the most natural thing to do. This is when you realize that wealth and favor are not the end goal. They are the tools to fulfill your calling. Chosen one, this is where you step into a new level of responsibility. You are no longer living just for yourself. The way you carry your blessings, the way you share your wisdom, and the way you stand strong in your purpose will influence countless others. You become a mirror, reflecting what faith, persistence, and divine alignment can achieve. And with this, you'll notice that life begins to feel lighter. You won't be constantly questioning if you have enough because you will see evidence everywhere that you are supported. You will stop overthinking and start trusting. You will stop worrying about how and focus on why. Because when you know your why, the how is always taken care of. God funds the journey of those who are walking in their why. This is also the point where your influence will quietly grow. You won't need to shout or prove yourself. Your energy, your actions, and your results will speak louder than any words. The universe loves a spirit that moves in purpose. And when you embody this, you attract everything you need with ease. Chosen one, the blessings coming now will not just sustain you, they will elevate you to create a lasting impact. This is why you have gone through every trial, every test, and every challenge to become the person who can handle this level of favor and abundance. You are now ready for it. Remember, chosen one, that faith is the key that unlocks this funding. When you trust the unseen, you invite miracles into the scene. When you take bold steps forward, even when you don't know the full path, doors open for you. And with every door that opens, your life becomes a living testimony of what happens when you align your purpose with divine timing. This is your season to stand tall and embrace your role as a vessel of abundance and light. Stop doubting your worth. Stop questioning if you're ready. You are ready.